Tune in to Dirty Talk Podcast 336 for more of Her Talk. And my other co-host is
QT Boss Chick.
And we are interviewing tonight an author, entrepreneur, Miss Taneisha Guess. Woo!
Thank y'all for having me.
So welcome to the show, baby girl.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. It's a blessing. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
No doubt. We are so glad that you came to the building tonight.
Yes. It's nice in here too.
Oh girl, ain't it cute?
Yeah, it's real nice.
Yeah, we done stepped it up a little tad.
Nice. Should have brought my spinner night back.
You got plenty of room for spending a night.
That's why I'm like, y'all got plenty of room.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Okay.
So you are an author.
Yes.
Tell us what inspired you to get into that line of work.
Well, I ended up being diagnosed with cancer. Started with stage 3 in 2018. I got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And so, like, of course, when I got diagnosed, it was late in the game. So I had to do like really intense chemo, really intense radiation. And so like my body changed a whole lot. Like I lost my hair, like I got super small, you know, and I really looked sick, you know, or whatever. So I have a lot of nieces and nephews. Like one of my brothers have 11 kids and the other one have 9. Ooh. So yeah, I have a lot of nieces and nephews.
Oh, that's
Plus I'm the oldest of 12, you know, 6 by my mom, 6 by my dad.
Big
so
family.
Big family, you know. And my dad, he died from cancer in 2015 or whatever. So it was like, you know, I kind of, you know, got to reach in and get my people from that side or whatever. Right. So, long story short, it's funny because kids are kids. Even my nieces and my nephews, they would be looking at me and like, Auntie, why your head bald? You know, and I would have to explain to them all the time or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so their friends would ask the same thing or whatever. So, like, when I got my boobs cut off, like, I was like, one day I was trying to teach my nieces a lesson or whatever. They were talking about someone who was transgender or something. And I was just like, you know, you can't judge people from what you see, you know, Absolutely. Because not everybody who don't have boobs is transgender, you know. So I was showing them that I didn't have my boobs anymore. Mm-hmm. And so I walked them in a room, and my nephew, who was 8 at the time, he walked in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry, Dallas. I didn't mean for you to see that. And y'all, he said, it's okay, Auntie. It just looked like the guys on my video game just look really buff. So here I am with my boobs gone. He like, I look like G.I. Joe. So I was like, oh my gosh. I gotta tell these kids what it's all about or whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I already work with kids a lot. And, like, even before I had cancer, like, I get my teeth from my daddy or whatever. So kids would be like, Miss Taneisha, why your tooth back there or whatever? So I was like, I need to educate kids on...
Kids are honest.
They're so honest. Like, if you want to know if you look good, ask the kid. Like,
Absolutely.
and they going to keep it real with you.
Yes, they do.
So I was just like, you know, even adults would look at you weird. So I was like, I'm going to write a book, you know, that tells kids, like, when they see children at their school who look like me as an adult, you know, different stuff like that. I just want to educate them on, you know, yeah, they're different, but they're exactly like you. Exactly. You know, something's happened to them in their life, but they deserve love, they deserve your friendship and everything, you know. Just because they're different, it may even make them better, you know, because they can teach you something. So, you know, that was my thing. You know, I wanted to write a biography so bad because of what I was going through, but I guess it just wasn't that time or whatever. So I wrote the book on disabilities, and then I wrote one on foster care and adoption because I went through foster care. I didn't do the adoption part, but I went through foster care. And so it was like I wanted to write children's books based on what I went through, you know, and what I could teach them, you know, instead of trying to delve into something I have no idea about or whatever.
That was smart.
Yeah, you know, so I did that, and it was a pretty big hit. You know, I sold them on Amazon, and sell them on Barnes and Nobles, and your husband, you know, he was kind enough to have a signing for me at the bodega when they had the bodega, and like from there, you know, people just, you know, started to buy it. They asked me to come read to the class and stuff like that. And I just
That's
appreciated
dope.
it, you
That's
know.
dope.
And I appreciate it because it's like, you know, now I have stage 4 cancer. So it's like I'm trying to leave behind a legacy, you know, and, you know, I got a past life. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know.
We all do.
Right, you know, exactly.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to be better than my past life. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
want to leave something that my little sisters and brothers can be proud of,
Absolutely.
you know. So that was just like something that, like, everything I do, I try to put in, like, you know, they got the new term out called edutainment, like where you educate and entertain.
Okay.
So I try to do that because it's like, you know, a lot of people don't know, like, it's the hardest way for us to learn is, I mean, the easiest way to get us not to learn something is to make us read. You know,
Absolutely.
so it's like, I try to make it fun where you do want to read or do like the visuals like y'all do, you know, where people really want to listen, you know, and we could educate them, you know, like that. So, you know, I just try to make it a different approach, you know, for our culture because it's like, some people think like, oh, because she's an author, she got this and she got that. No, bro, I literally wrote
They
it
don't
down.
understand the artists be broke people.
Yeah,
That's it, you
Starting
know.
off.
It's
Starting
like,
off.
yeah, I have to ask somebody like, can you pay for these little bit of books right here? I'll pay you back when I make some money on the flip side. You know, it's like that. Like, you have to really take a chance on yourself because other people, you know, sometimes they won't or whatever.
Man.
So, you know. And I know you know that from music, you know, doing music with my cousin and stuff like that, you know, so I get it, you know, I get, you know, and I hate the thing when people be like, oh, it's the age limit on music and stuff, because you know what?
Never.
I don't care what you're going through, music heals everyone.
Yes, it does.
And if you got a gift or if you got a love for music, if you want to sing or rap every day and write a different rap every day, do that because that really feeds the soul.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? It feeds my soul when I'm going through. I'll be praying to God and listening to some ratchet stuff at the same time, but it be like soothing to my soul. You know, it be like,
feed both sides.
right, exactly. Lord, this ain't got nothing to do with the devil. I'm just thug like right now. I'm just thug like right now. Like, we ain't giving the devil no praise, but we just gonna put a little bit of bump with this prayer that I'm with, you know.
Yeah.
So
I just wanna commend you because I actually was following you during the time when you found out you had cancer and just, you know, following you and your storyline. And I just really want to commend you because I have been, you know, seeing your strides to get from one place to the next. So I really just want to commend you for that. And I was surprised when I said, oh, now. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we remember, regardless if we have a past, we're not living for our past anymore. We're living for the present time, which we're sitting in right now, and we're striving for the future. So I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Thank you for your strides. You know,
Appreciate it.
it takes a lot to come from a place to where you felt like you wasn't gonna come out of.
That's it.
And you bloomed to your next level.
Yeah.
So I just want to
thank you. I appreciate
flowers,
it. Much appreciated. Definitely.
Absolutely.
For sure. For sure. Thank you. You gonna make me cry a little
Don't
bit.
dirty.
Yeah, right.
Look, y'all see me.
Okay, right. Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Look, let me take a sip of this drink.
Just saying.
I mean, because it's a beautiful thing to sit here and listen to you talk.
Thank you.
With the poise that you have.
Thank you.
In the midst of your storm.
Thank you.
That is inspirational.
Thank you. I appreciate
because some people look at their day-to-day struggles as like, I'm just not gonna make it through, and it'd be simple things.
But
you're right here today dealing with things
out
loud,
right, real loud.
But you're still very positive.
Thank you.
You're very humble and you're very approachable.
Thank you.
So you do deserve your flowers.
Thank you.
Forever. So we just want to thank you and thank you for not being selfish with your story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because let me ask you this, and this is a little bit of background about me. When I was younger, I used to do volunteer work with the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay.
And
that's a dope organization too.
Love the kids, and we would have to make cookies and play games with children that may not make it home.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. With the children, do you go to the organizations, you know, that may be sponsoring young kids that's dealing with cancer and stuff like that, like in the community? How is your outreach?
Well, with that, I tried when I was, my first 2 years, it was pretty hard because treatment was rough on me or whatever. But by the time then COVID hit. So it was like, I was doing stuff like my T-shirts that I had. I was calling up to the hospital like, can I donate T-shirts, to the kids who are there. I had someone who donated a Wii game station. I was like, can a kid who can't get out of the bed, can I donate this to them or whatever? And it was like so many rules and stipulations or whatever. And then on top of COVID, it was like I still haven't gotten in the door.
Yeah.
And like even people who worked there like spoke up for me and stuff like that. And it was like it's still nothing.
You got to have the right connections to get through those, because it is a lot of different steps you have to take when you're talking about donating to the hospital and things like that. Even donating clothes these days,
right?
They take you through all. I can't
so
just drop them off.
That's it.
But
because I wanted to donate books, just so they could have, and they were like COVID, no, they don't want nothing coming through there, and it was just like. I hated that, but I understood, but I was just like, dang, they getting cheated out of people trying to bless them, through COVID or whatever. So I did try to reach out, but I did stuff like offer pizza parties to kids who read the book and stuff like that, and I try to, put a spotlight on people who, did buy my book and stuff like that.
What are your plans for after? Well, I don't say after, because what she's doing right now is her greeting cards is what she's presenting to us today. I think that's pretty dope. My grandma used to tell me,
"Thank you."
Greeting cards, because it ain't enough black greeting cards.
And I agree. I think every black woman should have a line of greeting cards. Yep. Like I totally do, because it's like you see other people telling us to stay strong, but we need to see us telling us to stay strong and stuff too.
Absolutely.
It's like and so it was just like, and then a lot of those actual genres, you couldn't find. I was like, all right, what can I find something that says congratulations, you beat chemo or something like that, so it's like, and it's just like, all right. And that's what I did. Like having cancer, I think a lot, so it's like, I'm always trying to think of, all right, I don't have a lot of money because I'm on disability or whatever, and it's like, what can I do to still make an impact? Exactly. Because I do have people who have been with me since the beginning of my fight, and they'll hit me up from time to time like, all right, Neisha, I got a little bit of money, like what you want to do, or I'll back you up on something, what I'm saying, or do you know somebody? Exactly.
That's important.
And a lot of people know that I like to give, so if they got something to give, they'll be like, Neisha, I know you like to give and I know you can't give, so here goes something for some kids, you know what I'm saying?
So it's like, and that's good, because it's almost like a boomerang effect.
That's it.
You throw it out there and then it comes back around and it blesses you too, and it just kind of, and so, I really think that's something as a black community we really have to delve into. Supporting each other. And not only that, but supporting black businesses that's within the community, because we have a habit of stepping outside our community to support other people, and we got the same, if not better, right here. And
I'm guilty of it. Like I've done it, and I had to look at it like, all right, and I've gotten better with like, all right, if I need something, I'm gonna look locally first,
right?
And then if I can't get it when I need it, then I'll reach out, another way. And it's just like, for me, starting from cancer to now, I see social media, friendship, and everything a lot more different.
Things I used,
ain't it? It is, and it's like also for correction of myself. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that people owed me this or people owed me that. And it was like I had to wake up and realize like, yeah, I got a problem, but other people got problems too. They just not loud with their problems. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it was a humbling experience for me, because I was like, all right, I expected so much for people. Then when people started expecting so much for me, I was like, all right, so now I see how I feel.
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. And so I was just like, I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to support those who ask for my support. I'm going to share stuff, that I see from there, but I'm not going to overwhelm myself with anything. I'm not going to do anything where people feel like, oh, I'm doing more loyalty to this person or this person. I'm just trying to, it's so many people who gave to me when I first got cancer. Like, I feel like I could never give back enough, know? And people are like, oh, people shouldn't do it for that. And a lot of people didn't do it for that. But a lot of people did, but a lot of people didn't do it for that. And that's why I want to thank them even more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nobody owed me anything. Like, nobody owed me. Right. Nobody owed me anything. And so, like, when everybody first got on my team, when I first got cancer, it was like, I wanted everybody who got sick to be able to get that much support, and it didn't happen like that. And then I got people who started being envious, and I was like, yo, I ain't trying to do like if you didn't want me to post something,
but it
about
wasn't
you.
even that. It was more on the lines that I think from what I saw.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the lines of that. It was more or less when you found out, you kind of like you were reserved, and then you was like, man, I gotta live with this, so I'm gonna live with it.
That's it.
Here it is. This is what I'm dealing with. I even saw the picture, when you cut your boobs off. That was so empowering to me to see that, because you don't see many women who are dealing with their condition up front, in front, like you were, because you know a lot of people. You tapped in with a lot of people, and it was right in their faces. But that picture, I was like, she don't know. She don't know how many people she's healing. Yeah. Just by I cried on it. Yeah. How many people she healing just by showing her truth in front of the camera, and it's not. I'm not here. I'm not behind the screens, and I'm trying to hide from this thing. I'm finna face this thing up front, and I'm gonna charge at it. Just like I'm finna come up out of there, and that's the feeling you gave me just watching you come through that. It was more like. It was more like a Holyfield and Tyson fight. Just watching you go through a fight, the gloves was off. Yeah. You was like, I ain't taking this, laying down. Right. And whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it in order to get back to the place that I know I can be at. Right. And I was like, this girl is truly strong. She was Neisha strong.
Thank you.
You know,
where did you get that strength from?
God, my dad. He died of cancer in 2015, and I took care of him when he was, and it was like, that was the hardest thing for me to see, because it took my dad fast. Like, it took him like within 4 months or whatever. And so it was like, when he first got sick, I was working in Wilson State, and they let me take off. I took off for like 2 months to take care of my dad or whatever. And I looked up stuff. I was like, how you keep somebody happy who got cancer, or who died from cancer? They was like, plenty jokes, stuff like that. So I was in the hospital like every day telling my daddy jokes. He ain't laughing nothing. It was like
he didn't laugh at all.
I went to Facebook. I was like, y'all, is this funny? Everybody laughed on it. So I was like, why is my daddy not laughing? But then other people look at me, and I tell them, I'm like, y'all got to tell some jokes. And they'll tell jokes, and he'll laugh at them. And I was so mad. So yeah. So my uncle sat me down one day, and he was like, Red said you mad that, he don't laugh at your jokes. And he was like, he think you ain't gonna tell him no more if he laugh too much. He was like, he just want to keep you telling. So, I said, well, he laugh at everybody else. So he was like, everybody else, they come every so often. He said, but you here every day, what he said. So he wants you to keep telling jokes. So he was like, as long as he think you think you ain't funny, you gonna keep on trying to make him laugh or whatever.
He's not laughing on purpose.
Right, not laughing on purpose or whatever. So it was just like, when my dad got home from the hospital, it's crazy because my dad wanted to go back to the hospital because he felt, he knew he couldn't do it no more or whatever. And it was like, they kicked him out of the hospital. And he went to my uncle, his best friend. Like, my uncle is like his best friend. They not related by blood, but man, he let him live with him. He let him die in his house. You know what I'm saying? And so
love.
Right, love. And my dad went home. They kicked him out of the hospital. He went home, and he was on the hospice and stuff. And I used to try to change him and stuff, and he would still have that pride. He wouldn't let me see his little thing. He was like, he ain't had no strength on morphine. And I'm like, Daddy, you gotta clean these nuts, bro. He like, no. I'm like, all right, like, okay, bro, you got it. Do a baby wipe or something. Like, so it was like, where you get that strength from? So it was okay. And he passed away, and I just saw cancer take the strength out of my dad, like a man, And when he died, it was like the houses had made like steep steps or whatever. My dad was down like 80 pounds, and like the gurney couldn't come up the steps. So my uncle, his best friend, like took him over his shoulder and like carried him down the steps. And I was just like, my daddy looked like a little boy, And it was just like, when I got diagnosed, I was like, I can't get down for nothing. I was like, I can't get down for nothing, because if I get down, it's gonna take me down. And that's why, I know people see videos of me crying on social media, but I don't cry in front of people as much as I cry to myself at home, And it's just like, I think about my dad all the time, and I'm like, you can't get down, Neisha. Like, you can't get down. And so that's why I always try to do stuff for the community, or I always have my nieces and nephews around because they really make me happy, you know. So it's just like, I try to feed my purpose and stuff like that, you know. It's just because my life, like, people don't know, but I be wanting to die like every week because it's like, I can't get out of it. It's nothing I can do to get out of this. You know, as hard as I've been, it'll be 5 years next month that I've been fighting. And it's like, nothing I can do. You know, people, they propose Dr. CB diet to me. You know, they say stay away from chemo. You know, I've done both. And people don't know that because I'm on disability and I can't tell my doctors, yo, I ain't taking that medicine y'all been telling me to take. I've been going natural, you know, trying to see this. So I did the chemo and radiation part, got my boobs cut off, and then I did a natural thing for 2 years. This is 2 years I did a natural thing, but the cancer came back. So it's like people, you know, they put their inputs in, and it's like, y'all, I'm listening to y'all, but I'm also living this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't make the wrong mistake, because if I do, it's like, I'm gonna be dying, you know, and like, damn, I should have did this instead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what I struggle with every day. Like, now,
if you make it
the
right
cancer
choice.
back in my chest, you know, they cut it out, but now they want me to go back into the treatment because they like, it's gonna spread, you know, again. So it's like, I just want to say, leave me alone. But I'm thinking along down the road when I can't turn back. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have said leave me alone. You know, I should have tried something, you know. And it's like, people, they judge me for surviving. You know, when I did OnlyFans and stuff, you know, it was like, people don't know what it is to survive. You know, to have to survive. I got to live on disability, and people like, go to work. And y'all see, I already had cancer 3 times in 5 years. So each time I would have went back to work, I would no longer had no life insurance or the other part. They would have dropped me. So I'd be sitting here doing more GoFundMes, you know what I'm saying, begging more people to help me when I set myself up when I was healthy to have some backup for when this happened. And I do, but the way the system is, even when you got help, they still find ways to trap you. When you got stage 4 cancer, disability writing you off in life. They don't want you. I get $1,100 a month for disability.
Wow.
My rent go up every time. Everybody rent go up. My rent go up too. It don't matter what you want. So when I did OnlyFans, I had just lost my insurance from my job that I had. I had just lost my insurance. So I had no insurance. And I was waiting to be approved for disability. So I had nothing. One of my guys, who I used to text, he was like, bro, your news bomb, like, I know a way you can make some money. You know, I wasn't down for it at first. And then, you know, I asked a few people who did it. You know, I knew a few little celebrity people who did it or whatever. And y'all, on my life, on the cancer that's been in me, whatever, I ain't have to meet up with no man. I'm talking about, I posted old news when I did have titties. I'm like, I know they know this ain't me now because I got my boobs. Right. I posted old news when I ain't had no boobs. I mean, when I had boobs, I'm like asking people, I'm like, send me that news. You know,
I know that's right. Like, get them something to look at.
You know. And I made $14,000 in 3 months off of OnlyFans from sitting there posting up. Right. It been going on. But you know,
let me stop.
I stopped it because it taxed, you know, you pay taxes. And disability was going to eat me up. You know, they was going to eat me alive. You know, so it was like,
let me just stop.
I had this. That money was good. I cared a little bit in the beginning when people said something, but I said, and I'm going to keep it real, if any woman ever looked at her person, you know, phone or whatever, if you didn't read them things and see that they initiated whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because on OnlyFans, you have screen names, and then you had guys who didn't know no better, and they had their real name up there, and I'm like, bro, change your name because they can see you commenting. Right, they can see you commenting on here or whatever. So it's like, I try to make my money and still not bring myself no bad karma. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I knew I got looked at crazy. Even people was like, how you writing children books and you on OnlyFans? And I'm like, but y'all had to do it. Right. Y'all had to do it to make y'all children. So what you need? You know, like, that's it. Like, I'm surviving. And you know, I come from a rough upbringing,
Right.
so it ain't no shame. You know, it ain't no shame. It ain't something I want to do.
Right.
But if it's something that I gotta do, I'd rather do that than to be going around fucking people. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do that. You know,
I don't agree.
and
Well, you gotta hustle.
tell
You
you
gotta
like
get
this.
out.
That's it.
We hustlers. You gotta do what you gotta do to get up out of it.
The thing about it is, my mom has cancer right now.
Oh, I'm
stage
sorry.
2.
Sorry to hear
It's
that.
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. And I understand all about the insurance. I actually work on I Spy clinical trials.
Oh, okay.
So I'm dealing with that on my job as well. And then with my mother.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of got choked up. Like, this is very, very real.
Yeah.
Nobody can fault anybody for doing whatever they have to do to survive out here.
Absolutely not.
Period. Feelings, no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
everybody.
Right.
It ain't enough for money for nobody.
Exactly.
Everything going. Eggs is $10.
That's
so
it.
therefore,
That's it.
nobody can look at you and have anything to say. Don't you even worry about what nobody got to say, because they can't walk a mile.
That's it.
In your shoes.
Well,
That's it.
You understand what I'm
Can
saying?
they open their closet and you not see stank in their closet? I want
That's
people to
it.
stop
Judging people.
that judgment thing. Stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause most of y'all who ain't brought your skeletons out the closet, trust me, they come out anyway. You
That's
look
right.
at it. But most of y'all got skeletons in y'all closet, and y'all be prejudging people based on what they doing in their life.
That's
and
it.
you have no idea.
You don't even know the struggle.
That's it. And they on the brink of, and I do that because people be on the brink of wanting to kill themselves, you know, because they feel like, oh, no, this person don't understand me. And I know I ain't all that, you know, when people call me hood famous or whatever, because I don't got no money, so I'm not a celebrity, you know. But it's like, people listen to me. Like, I have inbox full of people like, yo, Neisha, thank you for doing this and doing that. And I'm not saying that to my horn. I'm saying I do that because I know it's people out there going through. And they ain't got to be going through no cancer. And then people come to me, they be like, I know your problem more serious. No, nobody's problem is more serious than the next, because you just don't know what people going through.
That's right.
Or
You
if
know
they can deal with what they going through.
That's it. Like I said, once a week, I'm like, I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't see an end to this. My friends prospering, buying homes and stuff like that. I can't even work.
Don't say can't.
Don't.
I'm not able. I'm not allowed.
I know what you're saying, but
yeah.
Change the directory of what you say and you put into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because I done got into this before I was introduced to Mr. Belvin. I got into praying and meditating and breathing and changing what I say.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that I feel worse when I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to, or I can't. But when I stop and I breathe and I be like, I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna get done. I am gonna surpass this, because you already claimed it. You claimed it once, twice.
Yeah.
It is possible and feasible. But what we put in the atmosphere, it can be toxic and come back and choke us out.
That's it. And so many people tell me that.
Yeah, or I mean, and it's real.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it'll change your situation. That might be something you can just add on to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's a practice for me, and it's a daily practice for me, because I have to always go back and check myself.
Right. I do too, because people are like, don't say my cancer, like say that cancer. You know,
it ain't yours.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that's trying to attack you to take you out.
Yeah.
So I'll be disclaiming, I don't know who this dude, he gotta go.
Right.
It's like a bad boyfriend that don't want to go nowhere.
And that's what it feels like, bruh. If you
I'm
don't leave me the
real.
fuck alone, bruh. Like, come on, yo. And it's like, you know, it's just unbelievable. You know, I didn't think that this would be my life.
Right.
You know, I didn't. You know,
And that's another thing. We don't know what the hell we're gonna have to do.
No
So
way,
to prejudge people based on what they dealing with, you don't know if you're gonna have to walk that same path. What you can be doing is learning from them, especially if they've surpassed that point or gotten further from where they were to begin with. So I think that's just important for us, building each other up, saying positive things to each other, keeping that, and you keep doing your positive thing with everybody that you touch, and you reaching out, because God see that. And He's just gonna manifest what you need through them.
Yeah.
That's right.
You just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, let me tell you something. Your story is bigger than a house,
Thank
a
you.
car,
Or
some
money.
clothes,
Yeah.
some money.
Absolutely.
What you have put into the atmosphere and what you are leaving as a legacy goes far beyond all of this monetary
Material stuff.
shit.
Yes.
You ain't never seen nobody take a house and a car and clothes and jewelry to the graveyard.
You better say that.
So let me
You're
tell you
right.
something.
You're right.
Your story is bigger than that.
Thank you.
And that is what God is using.
Yeah.
So don't never worry about where you think you should or could. Who to say them people in them houses happy?
Yeah.
Who to say them people?
They have.
Right. Right.
Who to say any of that? You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Your story is bigger than that. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace.
And forgive yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, forgive yourself.
Forgive
Yeah.
yourself.
If there's anything that you feel like you need to be forgiven for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't write your story by yourself.
Yeah.
God wrote your story.
Yeah.
With
Girl, you
I'm about to say, girl.
step
I'm about to
outside
right.
talking about
Honey.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chris, Pastor Chris.
No,
You
for
know
real.
what I'm saying. Seriously.
For real.
Go
because
ahead.
this is, I'm sitting over here choking, coughing, crying, and that ain't normally my spiel, but it's so heavy.
Yeah. It is.
And I don't know how to make it light
right. It's
because
heavy.
it's very heavy and it's
Yeah.
very real. But I'm so very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so very
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
so very proud
Thank
of you.
you.
You be proud of yourself. You have done wonderful.
Appreciate it.
You
And
have
don't
done
stop.
wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
don't stop
Please don't
because this
stop.
right
Yeah.
here is needed. And whatever Dirty Talk got to do to get behind you, we willing to do it.
Thank you.
You get my number, I do it.
Thank
You
you.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll do it together.
I appreciate it.
You ain't in this fight by yourself. And now that we know each other,
Yeah.
you ain't alone.
Thank you.
Okay?
And she mean that now,
Appreciate
cause that sister,
So- Let's get to some positive shit.
Yeah.
She got a beautiful book.
Thank you.
It is different, but just like you and me. Beautiful
This
book.
is by Neisha, Taneisha Strong. Yes. Go
Right.
cop that on Amazon.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yes.
And you also make beautiful cards.
Thank you.
So when did you start making cards?
I made those 2 years ago. I worked with, do y'all know Tish the brand? Y'all know her. She does the art, the black art. She's pretty dope. She does a lot of black art.
She local.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from here.
Okay.
Yep. I told her that what I want to do. I was like, look, I need some cards that, you know, uplift people who going through stuff. And I told her I wanted to resemble me and black women, you know. And she made me some designs, and I called it the Neisha Strong Collection. So I just put it on the website, and I don't have it up anymore. Like, it's so, like, I have things for sale, but like sometimes people don't come through, you know, the person who manufactures and stuff like that. So it's like, I'd rather give good customer service than just put something out there and take people money, and then it's like it take forever for them to get it. Like, I don't like doing stuff like that. And so I do, you know, I do it by order or whatever and stuff like that. I do it seasonal because, like, I'm on social media a lot, but I really drained by social media. But it's like, of course, I have to find different hustles and stuff like that, right? Like, right now I get paid through TikTok, you know, for my views and stuff. So it's like, you know, you got to stay on there, and I really don't be wanting to be on there. But it's like, you know, while I'm over here, all right, I'm going to mess around or whatever. But it's just like, I have so many things that I want to do, but it's just like, where's the money going to go? You know, who can I trust? You know, and it's just like, it's a headache because I want to do so much, and it's just like, it's a hold on me, you know. It's just like, when I start, like, you know, when I start doing stuff, it's like, here come the cancer, you know. And it's like, you know, you gotta go all the way back up, you know, here and then, even like down, like, my mouth, you know, I have gotten teeth pulled out or whatever to get my mouth restored because chemo did a whole lot of damage to my mouth or whatever. And so I literally have to stop that process again because they don't like to work on your mouth when you're in chemo and radiation again. So if I go back to chemo and radiation, it's like, then I gotta let this be it again. You know, eating like an old, you know, it's stuff that people don't get, you know, and your mouth is, it's important.
It is.
Like, you know, your teeth,
is.
you know, that mess with your brain and all of that stuff like that. So it's just like, I really be trying to take it like one day at a time, but it really be like, bro, like, give me a break. Like, let me get through one
This
thing,
one thing. Let me get
before
over
the other thing comes. And it's
Please.
just like, that's why I'm so vocal, because, like, I'm not lying. I don't have a boyfriend. Like, I ain't had sex in like a year and a half. Like, I don't have a boyfriend.
Dirty talk, dirty talk.
Right. And it's like, you know, it's from guys, how they act, and then, but it's also from my body change, you know? But it's just like, I don't care, you know, that's not on my mind. You know, I'm trying to hustle. I'm sitting here trying
to survive.
That's it. Like, I ain't worried about nothing. You know, I gossip, you know, I tend, you know, I gossip a little bit or whatever, but I ain't praying on nobody's downfall. I ain't speaking down on nobody to ruin nothing nobody got going on. Yeah. But it's just like, I just need a break, because it's a lot. And I be so vocal with it because I don't have nobody at home to go home and talk to it about, you know, and the, you know, reason with it, stuff like that. So I do go to social media, you know, because it's like, y'all been with me for this whole fight.
Let me tell y'all what happened to me today.
What? What happened?
Are you in any groups that support,
like, support groups,
Black women that's going through chemo and stuff? And
my counselors have invited me to a lot of groups.
How do you feel about them?
I don't like groups myself, because it's a whole lot of dynamics behind just cancer. You know, I have a drug abuser mom. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my sister. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother. You know, I do a lot. You know, and I'm not saying that people in the groups don't, but it's like they focus on cancer. I got a lot more.
But I'm dealing with some other stuff.
Right, I got a lot more. You know, I got real life. You know, like, people don't care that I got cancer. You know, they still need me. You know, they still, you know, they like, you know, and it's like, some people can't help it. You know, I get mad at my grandmother sometimes. She don't know stuff. And sometimes my mom, and it's like, they wasn't taught stuff. You know, they ain't get to high school, you know, and it's like, I get angry and like, why I got to do this? But it's like, all right, God know that you going to do it. So get over your attitude, you know,
put you there to help
and help your family out, you know. And so many people like, oh, you need to let such and such do this, such and such do this. A lot of stuff, but ain't nobody gonna be there for your family.
That's true.
Like you.
That is
know
true.
What I'm saying? Like, nobody gonna have grace for your family.
They ain't gonna back them up like you either.
They are not. They're not going to understand where they're coming from. You know, and that's why I pay so much to mental health in men, because I got brothers, and they crazy. And so, you know, it's just like, it's more than cancer. It's you
the
know,
dynamic of all of it.
It's everything. You know, so I just put it out there because I just feel like people need it. Like, this world is so cold. People only care about them. Like, a lot of people only came around just so it could be like a promotion type thing. Ooh, you know, because when people,
I got tired of seeing stuff like that too. I was
everybody, like, so many people would hit me in my inbox like, yo, Neisha, stop doing it. And me, I'm a people pleaser. You know, I'm like, I want people to know I'm grateful. You know, I'm grateful. And then people started thinking I owed them, like, to post them up like every day and stuff like that. And I was just like, y'all, I'm tired, bro. Like, what if I died today? Like, I can't pay none of y'all back for what y'all did for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it's always somebody talking about me. You know, it's always somebody got a grudge against me for something, you know, and it's like, I don't even have no idea that what people don't, you know, and I'm like, well, what I do, you know, and it's like something simple, you know, like a post or a like or a share, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fighting for my life, bro. Yeah. You know, the fact that I put people out there who do for me, that's my heart, you know. I appreciate anything. People, it ain't even when people hit me up and be like, yo, Taneisha, I'm praying for you. I see you. That is way better than money.
Right.
Like, because it lets me know that they understand me. Right. And when I'm feeling alone with everything I'm going through, with my thoughts, that's what I go to. Like, people understand me, you know, and that's what I asked for. And, like, you know, for y'all to pour into me, you know, how y'all did, that let me know that y'all understand what I'm going through. Y'all ain't got to do a thing for me. As long as you understand and respect what I'm going through, and y'all don't jump into conversations of the people talking. People don't even be knowing what they talk. I be hearing some of the crazy. Bro, I mean, how can you fake cancer?
People just be wanting to talk just to hear themselves talk.
And everybody be wondering why I don't have no social media.
Girl.
I can't deal with people. I don't deal with
People
people
like,
well.
I ain't even know that happened. I ain't even
Bruh.
know that happened.
And I
I'm talking about
I don't
how you
deal-
fake whole cancer and the news don't been up in the hospital and everything, and the hospispital they said, "Oh, this woman don't got no cancer."
How you fake your boobs being
That
removed?
part. Did y'all see
How
my
you
boobs
fake
before I
that?
got them cut off? Man, I ain't joking. But
I
they
saw
was
your
some
boobs
pretty
before you.
boobs.
I saw your boobs before they got cut off.
No lie, y'all. I went to the plastic surgeon. I went to the plastic surgeon before I got my boobs cut off. And guess what he said? He was like, "So we got to take your implants out?" I said, "Nigga, these ain't no implants. These
This
my
is
boobs."
natural.
He made me feel so bad. He was like, "I got to remove these things." Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to live.
Right, and that's the thing. When I first got cancer, I didn't care about losing nothing. I didn't care about losing no titties. I didn't care because I thought I was gonna die. You know, so I was trying to live.
Yeah.
You know, and now I have stage 4. You know, and of course that's closer to death or whatever. But it's like I'm not in the extensive chemo and stuff like that. So it's like I could see that I got a little bit of leeway, and it's like I'm paying attention to my body now, and I'm having self-image problems or whatever, you know. And it's like not for men, because I know men will do anything with a hole, you know. But it's me, you know.
With yourself.
That's it. It's like, dang, they don't cut me this many times, you know. And it's just like I be thinking, like, dang, when I strip, is this because I was a stripper and I'll use my body to make money? Like, you cutting everything off, bro. Like, stop. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my head be going. My head be going. Because I be like, why me, God? You know, I be like, why me, God?
We all, but let
Why?
me stop you, because see, I have been going through some stuff, and a lot of my Dirty Talk family know my story, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Why not you? Mary watched her son die, according to the book, right? Why not you? Why not me?
Especially
Why
when God
not
know
her?
you gonna.
You need to be a motivational speaker.
Why not?
She
I
already
ain't nobody.
She just don't know.
I talk to
speaker.
people one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you face to face.
Yeah.
I don't do no social media. You can't find me nowhere. You didn't even know who I was, and you knew who I was. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like my life like that. But why not? Why not? Sometimes we have to lose everything so we can see exactly who we are. And you're stronger than all of that. And all that, you can go get that over again.
Yeah.
It's bitches buying titties and ass. They buying titties and ass by the boatload.
That's it.
So if it's about some titties and ass, and hell, I love when I had a bald head. I just grew it back because everybody started thinking I was really sick too.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But I'm just saying. But you can't buy your life.
You can't.
Right.
You can't.
Okay.
You cannot.
You can't.
It's priceless. Exactly.
You can't.
And that's why I was like, you know, like my insurance covered boobs. I said, I don't want no more. I'm good. Like my chest good. I got my life. Right. I don't know put nothing else foreign in my body.
I know that's
like because too much cause cancer. You know. So yeah.
So just heal.
Yeah.
Focus on living.
Yeah.
Focus on healing. And I'm gonna tell you something about family. When your family get to be too much, baby,
turn the phone off. Shit.
Y'all got to go over here for a minute. Because I'm trying to live.
Exactly.
Y'all done had a life to do whatever in the entire hell you want to do.
That's it.
It's my turn. No, I'm serious. Because I tell my family, they know me, and I'm so sorry. I love you to death. But I'm sorry, but not sorry. Because I come first. Put yourself first.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Put yourself first.
Yeah.
So that you can continue to do wonderful things like what you're doing. Because this is what we need.
Right.
I don't think I've ever heard a black woman tell their story or in a children's book about having to deal with cancer.
Yeah.
Having to deal with any damn thing.
Any kind of difference.
Right.
Any difference.
Yeah.
And we all have them. You understand what I'm saying? So we need you to keep fighting.
Thank you.
We want you to keep fighting.
And keep putting those positive messages in kids because by you doing that, you're breaking that mental thing that we like to put out here with each other.
Right.
You're breaking that down at an early age, and that's a good thing because now they can grow up with the understanding that, hey, Johnny might got one eye, but Johnny got the same thing I got on the inside.
That's
you know,
that's it.
Me and Johnny can be cool.
Let me tell y'all a joke so we can laugh.
Oh,
right. We gotta laugh.
So this is a part of. I guess this could be a new little segment. 911, Hostler Avenue, Crazy Town, anywhere USA. I'm breaking it right now. 911, Hostler Avenue, Crazy Town, anywhere USA has just been broken and brought to you by Her Talk. So let me tell you about a little girl that didn't have an eye. So I am down there on Highland. I'm on Highland now. I'm renewing my food stamps or something I was renewing when my baby was probably about 2 or 3, my oldest child. Honey, we gets on the elevator. This little girl falling out, passing out, this other little baby.
Yeah.
She passing out, she pissed the fuck off. Guess what she did? She stuck her finger in her eye and her eyeball fell and rolled around
No way.
in the elevator. And guess what her mama said? Her mama said she do that when she get mad. I said, she do what? She said she take her fake eye out. I said, get the fuck out of here.
No, she did. Oh my God.
I gotta go.
I thought the baby pulled a real eye out. Oh my God.
The baby took her fake eye out.
You know what?
She took her fake eye out.
Well, she don't want to see nobody.
She did. Look, let me tell you something.
Why she did
My daughter looked at me. She said, I looked at her. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Twilight Zone.
I can't make this shit up. So what I'm saying to you, this right here is needed. And my daughter didn't say nothing.
Because people popping their eyes out.
Yeah, she didn't say
Hey,
nothing ugly. She didn't say nothing ugly to the little baby girl.
I'd have
But
been like this.
we were. We
going
were.
on?
But see, if we'd had this book back then, I could have went home and gave my child a tutoring lesson, a book reading on how to deal with different.
Oh, that's Lakeisha and her glass eye.
That was cute. That was cute. You brought it back to the book. I ain't mad at you.
Bruh.
I was
So,
worried.
Yeah,
What was going with that?
That was fun. I needed that.
that was some
Oh,
shit. I
God.
never seen nothing like it in my life. So every time she get mad, I guess to this day she's still taking her eye out.
She just had one eye, but she had two.
She
Did she have a regular
she
eye?
had one regular eye and
And a
one
glass
fake
eye.
eye.
Mm.
And
She just poke out.
She gets mad. She throw fit. She poke her eye out.
But who was that hurting?
Jesus.
Please, right.
I don't know where.
Who was that hurting?
And you
Where
know
that little
what?
girl at?
Maybe her mama
Be a
watching.
superstar.
Maybe her mama somewhere watching. But look, I know it's about time to wrap up. Throw your social medias out there, baby, so the world can know.
Hey y'all, I am on Facebook, Taneisha Gifts. I am on Instagram, The Real Neisha Strong, and I am on TikTok, Stage 4 Neisha. You can find everything that I have going on Linktree/Neisha Strong.
That's what's up.
All these on here
That's
too.
what's up.
Yes.
Go get that.
Yes.
Well, let me show you another one, Jackie.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
y'all.
Go get some of them.
Yeah.
Support.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you
got
so very
anything you
much.
finish?
No,
Shout-outs?
thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank
Any
y'all.
shout outs?
I thank y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who, is interested in my story, everybody who, is helping me get it out there. I truly, truly, truly appreciate everyone. I just thank my followers. I thank God. I thank the true supporters, my true friends, Shout out to, everybody going through something.
Okay.
People be knowing me who I don't even know. So shout out to everybody. I don't even want to name people and leave nobody out. So just
The whole
everybody
train
who,
for the whole list.
everybody rooting for
know
me.
it. Everybody
I appreciate it. That's it. Yep.
That's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up.
Yeah.
It has been an honor and a pleasure.
Same for
And
me.
thank you so very much.
Thank y'all.
We're going to keep in touch.
Yes, for sure.
We got you. All
Yes.
right, then. Till next time.
This is her talk.
Bye.
Peace.
That was dope. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah,
oh my
no.
God.
Woo.
Come on.
Sorry, I wasn't going to be no crybaby.